Welcome to the Post Shift Podcast, your raw look at the hospitality industry, brought to you by SHC. What is happening, Post Shifters? Happy Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever dialect of religion or celebration you're having today. I hope you're enjoying it. It's Christmas Day, and I sort of didn't want to not do an episode today because it's Christmas Day, and I don't expect you to listen to it, obviously, because it's Christmas. But I wanted to do my second part of my Focus, Patience, Success sort of mantra three-parter that I'm doing over this next couple of weeks on Fridays. January's booking up real quick. I've got some crazy guests coming on the show in January, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I want to say thank you, everybody, for the support this year. This is my second last episode for the year before the 1st of January. 1st January falls on a Friday, so success will be on January 1st, which hopefully will kick your butt a little bit. So I just want to say thank you for this year. This year's been fantastic. I've really had an absolutely epic 2020. I know a lot of people have had rough times, and I've had rough times as well this year, but I think overall I'm coming out pretty damn strong, which is why this sort of focus, patience, success mantra is like ringing in my head and rotating, because I feel like that's been my 2020 completely. Like, it's been this constant refocus, being patient, gain a little micro success, refocus, patient, get a little micro success, which we'll be talking about success next week. But I want to talk about patience this week. I've talked about patience so much. Usually I call it MF patience. Try not to swear as much on my videos because I feel like people don't like it when I swear as much, but I usually call it motherfucking patience. And I've talked about patience a hell of a lot because I feel in this day and age it's really hard to have patience because everything is going a mile a minute. Like, really, in realistic times, like, everything's going a mile a minute. Social media makes everything feel like it goes a mile a minute. Our everyday life is quick. Everything is quick. We don't wait for anything. You know, we used to wait for mail. We used to wait for phone calls. If you had important documents, you'd have to wait for them. Now you just email them over. You Adobe DocuSign them, and away they go. And you can have a deal that would normally have taken a week or two worth of signing and sending and posting and all this sort of stuff happen in 15 minutes. So having patience is an extremely hard thing to do, and that's why I really wanted to sort of have this as my part 2, and I really overthought this sort of focus, patience, success. I'm going to keep doing a mantra. I've actually got a hoodie with it coming, so you'll be seeing me with a focus, patience, success hoodie fairly shortly, because I do feel comfortable in my hoodies, and I do feel comfortable in t-shirts and hoodies. So let's kick it off. My 5 key elements of patience is to celebrate the micro wins, to celebrate the little successes, the little things, and really, not over celebrate, but like really embrace that milestone, that little like something, like that client sign off, or that meeting you've been chasing to get, or that business card, and that 15 minutes you've had to have that chat with someone. Celebrate the micro successes, because the micro successes take away a little of that anxiety, because it is anxiety that pushes us to not be patient. Takes away a little bit of that anxiety, pushes that down a little bit, and gets us ready for the next one. So it's like chasing that little taste, you know, like that sugar rush, you know, like tasting that sugar rush, and you're like, ooh, I really like this, but then it subsides. So celebrating those micro wins is, in my opinion, a way to sort of get that little taste, take off that edge a little bit, and be chasing the next thing. Realistic expectations. I watched this in the next video. I launched this in the last video about goal setting and focus and that sort of thing. Be realistic. And be realistic with your timelines. Not being necessarily realistic on your goal per se, but realistic on the timeline. Especially in COVID days, some projects that people have kicked off have like just clicked because it's the right time. E-commerce stuff, t-shirt designers, these little side hustles that I've been talking about over this last 9 months, some of those just clicked because it was the right time, right place, and seemed to be an overnight success. But being realistic in your timelines, your expectations and stuff is super important to manage that anxiety. And I'm going to keep talking about anxiety because I really do think patience and the anxiety of success goes hand in hand. They're bedfellows. And that anxiety of getting it is something that you can really like screw up your focus. So, setting yourself up for success. Now, a lot of people ask me how I get everything done that I do every day, and I still get 7-8 hours of sleep every night. I still sleep like a baby. Well, not maybe like a baby, but relatively well. I sleep very well. And people ask me how I get it all done. And it's like, I have routines. So as soon as I wake up, as soon as my alarm goes off, I grab my phone. Emails first. Then I go right to left, which is very weird, but right to left on my social media apps. So Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok now. I've been dabbling in TikTok the last couple of weeks to sort of do some social experiments there. But that's how I start my day. And sometimes I'll check Reddit, I'll check my bank accounts, all this sort of stuff. Before I'm even out of bed, that first 15, 20 minutes is my routine every morning to get myself set up for the day, sort of check my calendar that's on my phone, see what I've got coming up for the day, what do I have to do, deliveries for Coalition Craft, or having coffee with a kid and having some mentorship time, doing prep for Clives, sliding Clives, and Clives is actually scheduled, spending time with my family is scheduled. So I schedule every single second I'm awake. And while I may be out of my office by 8:30, 9 o'clock most nights, I usually am on my phone till I go to bed. And usually 9 times out of 10 isn't for personal like entertainment time. It's like research and looking at people's cocktails and doing business, answering emails, that sort of stuff. So routines, systems, schedules. Got to get yourself into a routine every day. I think I talked about in my goal setting episode about my weight. And I have put on a ton of weight during COVID. But this last couple of weeks, I've been tweaking my diet and I've changed my diet drastically. So that's part of my routine in the morning. So emails, social media, all that sort of stuff. Shower, get my lovely wife to work, get my lovely bean to school, get 2 nitros from Hey Happy, come home, 2 bananas, yogurt, into my office, start work. So I'm usually in my office by about 9:30. I've already done about an hour's worth of work on my phone. And then I start my day off on my computer. So editing videos, doing podcasts, so on and so forth. Scheduling stuff, just getting to work. So this is my schedule. And then I schedule every single minute all the way up. I don't have a lot of free time, but I do take those moments when I may have a half hour, 45-minute gap between meetings to go and have like a gimlet at Bart's. This is something I've been really enjoying lately to just sort of take an edge off. So it's those half hour, 45 minutes, those micro successes of time when you're not working and you can't really start something new. You can tweak a few things and play on your phone, but that's pretty much it. Remind yourself why you care. This goes back to happiness. Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it making you happy? If it's not, you need to refocus, re-gear, retool, change your mind, which is one of my last points, my last goal setting one. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this job? Why are you doing this company? Why are you doing this new project? Why? And understanding your why will actually take that anxiety out of success, the striving for success as well, and give you a lot of patience because you know that this is a long game. This is not something you're going to build. 6 months later, someone's going to buy and you're out. Probably not the best way to do your business. So why do you care? What makes you happy? And is it making you happy every morning when you wake up? Big one. And next up, the biggest one, number 5. Have support. So whether that be friends, family, and positive support. Not people who critically look at everything you do. It freaking bugs the shit out of me when people who are like think they're supporting you come in and they're like, oh, I see that you polished up your podcast a little bit. I'm like, well, that's just a negative fucking comment at like veiled as a positive reinforcement as a mate. Fuck you. So that's the sort of thing. Having support. My support network is my wife. Like, my wife is ridiculously understanding. She accepts the fact that she's not going to see me till 8:30, 9 o'clock at night in my office. And when I do come inside, I'm usually on my phone. I do spend lots of quality time with my wife before everybody thinks I'm an absolute monster. But having a support network and having people to bounce ideas off, that's one thing that I've always struggled with. Mainly, like, I can bounce certain things off Jill and that sort of thing, but to be honest, 9 times out of 10, I do a lot of stuff and put it on my own shoulders, purely because that's how I grew up. When I left home and was on my own, away from my family and my parents and stuff, I didn't have a lot of support networks, so I had to sort of strive for myself, and that was a big thing that I sort of set. And then, of course, coming through the cocktail scene, when I started in the cocktail scene in 1998, I was one of the first like founding people doing cocktails in Brisbane, and doing cocktails well in Brisbane, so there wasn't a massive network because we were all just trying to figure out where we were going ourselves. And so there was that as well. So support network is a massive one. And I'm going to throw number 6 in there because I'm going to throw a number 6 into every single, well, probably not success, but every single part of this is don't be scared to change your mind. That comes back to expectations and setting yourself real expectations. It's not a negative thing for you to change your mind. It is a positive, very freeing way because it's your life. It's no one else's. If someone wants to criticize you for changing your mind, that's on them. That's not on you. So, on that note, Merry Christmas. Thank you for the support. Happy New Year. Love to you all. I will see you in 2021. I've got some massive new things coming up in 2021 I'm really excited and giddy about, but you're not going to hear about that till 2021. So, thanks a lot, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.
Thanks a lot, Posh. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast anywhere you listen or watch. Review, give me a star, share away, share it with your family, share it with your friends. Hope you're enjoying your week, guys. See you soon. Bye.